My name is Paul Bundy. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I'm going to talk about dynamic processors. Dynamic processors reduce or increase the dynamic range. This is done relative to a threshold, which is set by the user. Commonly used dynamic processor effects include compressors, limiters, expanders, and noise gates. The compressor effect reduces the dynamic range of audio. One of the main purposes of reducing dynamic range is to permit audio to be amplified further without clipping than would be otherwise possible. The limiter is similar to the compressor in that it reduces the dynamic range, but a compressor gradually reduces the signal level above a certain threshold, and a limiter completely prevents signal from going over a specified setting. Expanders are pretty much the opposite of compressors. They take the quiet sounds and make them quieter, and take the loud sounds and make them louder. Noise gates remove low-volume signals. These are good for removing background noise. All of these effects work relative to a threshold set by the user. When the threshold level is exceeded, the processor starts compressing, attenuating, and reducing volume. The amount of compression is specified by the user as a compression ratio. This parameter specifies the amount of compression that is applied to the signal. A 1-to-1 would be no change. 2-to-1, any output that's 2 decibels above the threshold will be reduced to 1 decibel above threshold. How quickly it takes for the signal to get fully compressed after exceeding the threshold level is set by the attack. This is also set by the user and is usually set in milliseconds. Release is the opposite of attack, and it's also set by the user. This is the time it takes for the signal to go from the processed state back to the original. Of course, the best scenario is to get a great recording or a great live performance that doesn't need these effects, but if you do need to apply them. In live applications, vocals often need compression to achieve more uniform levels, with compression ratio of 3-to-1 up to 6-to-1, depending on the application, and the attack time should be fast and release around 0.4 seconds. Acoustic guitars should have ratios around 5-to-1 and up to 10-to-1, with the attack 5 to 40 milliseconds and release 0.5 seconds. Electric guitar, bass, and keyboards typically don't really need that much compression because their range is already compressed or they don't have a wide dynamic range. Drums typically need substantial compression applied. The ratios should be in the range of around 4-to-1 with the attack 1 to 10 milliseconds and release at 20 to 200 milliseconds. I hope this helps you reduce or increase dynamic range depending on your needs using dynamic processors. Have a great day.